It turns out no fugazi is indeed fugazi.
Yeah, I said I was like a hypocrite and stuff like that. So we're going to get into some more stuff. So like, think about it, right? So say if I was to give someone advice and I was going to say, hey, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like telling someone that wants to be like LeBron James, hey, you can be born from a single mother, knowing LeBron James is the exception to the rule. He's the exception and not the rule. So if I'm the exception, why would I tell men to, oh yeah, well, when I was driving and I ran that red light, I didn't get a ticket. So yeah, man, just run that red light. That's dumb. You speaking about the exception. I just didn't get caught. Like I was the exception that time. You got to tell people when you give them advice, you want to give them the general advice.
I don't think he gets it. The problem is not that you're dating a single mom and you're telling dudes not to do it, because most people say, yeah, you probably shouldn't because that comes with some extra risk. The problem is how you dog them out. Say like you never like, oh, they the worst, trash only, recreational use only, and then it turns out you're doing more than recreational use for it. They don't care that you say, oh, but I have a kid. I got no, bro, whatever, bro. You could find you a girl that don't have a kid that has some motherly instincts too. But it's the fact that all y'all red pill dudes dog out single moms, and then if we find out y'all with one, that's the problem that people have with the stuff. And then y'all try to talk about, the type of women, the type of men that women want is like 6 feet tall, make 6 figures, blah, blah, blah. But then y'all also try to say you shouldn't go with a girl or try to talk to a girl that's only looking for that stuff. Like, huh? That don't make sense to me.
Modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
Do you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
I agree that women like tall dudes and dudes that make money, but you're trying to act like every single woman is trying to only date dudes that are 6 feet tall, making 6 figures. No, those are the women y'all bring on y'all podcast, and those are the women y'all talk to. Those are the women y'all make clips of that gets repeated over and over. Because if a girl said, oh, I'll date someone that's 5'6", make 50K, that would get no views. Dudes wouldn't watch that if y'all are making clips like that. So you gotta get the one with the outlandish wants and the outlandish thing, or get a girl that's like super heavy and she says, oh, I want dude in shape. Those are the stuff that people are gonna go click on, watch, and be like, bruh, that's funny. Or be like, oh yeah, I totally agree. That's exactly how women are. Those are the type of stuff that gets views, and that's why you make your content like that.
And when you are a single father, it's much different. Like in this space, we speak about, the manosphere, like / red pill type conversations. We always speak about mitigating risk, like coming from a mitigating risk standpoint, like, okay, stuff like that. So it's more from like a selfish standpoint when we're speaking. But when you're a father, you have to be selfless because I had a daughter that I can't be selfish. So I can't be like, man, let me get, the chick with 000 baggage. I'm just looking at those things and all of this, but I'm not really worried about the values and all of that. But when you are a father, you got to be selfless. You got to think about, well, I got to find a woman that embodies some good moral characteristic traits like I do. I got to find a woman that comes from a 2-parent household. I got to find a woman that's like the exception to the rule. Because I'll tell you, when you're a single father, women that don't have kids don't necessarily understand the obligations that come with having kids. You get it? They don't understand the obligations that comes with having kids. So for my situation, and for a lot of guys, I mean, if you can get a woman that is the exception to the rule, where she's not a single mom because she got knocked up, or she had some one-night stands, or she has a whole lot of tattoos, like she has all of these other red flags and she's a single mom, is like, God dang, what's going on? Because we know the stigma around single moms. So if you're going to date a single mom, you got to date one that isn't a stigma. But guess what? Stay away from the single moms. I still tell you guys now, because generally speaking, the majority, they have all of that baggage. I just so happen to be the exception to the rule, and so is my chick.
You're not the exception to the rule. The rule applies to people specifically like you. Like, stop trying to say, oh, I'm the exception. That rule applies to you too. Because if you could get the girl, the baddie with no kids and has some motherly instinct, you would have gotten that one. But you couldn't get her, so you settled. Like, be honest, you settled for that. When you settled for the lady with kids because you had a kid, and newsflash, dudes that are on the red pill, you having kids affect your sexual marketplace value also. There's a lot of women that say, oh, I don't want to date a dude with kids. Oh, I don't want to be with a dude with kids. So it turns out that it applies to y'all too. Y'all want to make it seem like, oh, this only applies to women without talking about the stuff that apply to dude that will set you back too. Yes, having a kid will set you back. Like, come on now. And don't act like, oh, the only way to know a girl's going to be a good mom is if she already has kids and she's taking care of her kids well. What? No. Like, my wife, I married her and she's a great mom to my kids. Not kids, but my kid. And I'm like, I saw it way before we got married. I saw my thing, our first year of being with each other. I was like, dang, she gonna be a good mom because she have nurturing instinct, nurturing quality. You don't need to date a single mom or be with a single mom to find a girl that have nurturing quality that's gonna be a good mom. It's just that was the best you could do. And like, hey, yo, don't knock if that's the best you could do. I'm not saying, oh, you should break up with her and leave her and try to find someone better. I'm just saying, if that's the best you could do, hey, suck it up, buttercup. That's the best you're gonna be able to do. Like, come on now. And one more thing, what's up with the cringy interracial couple stuff? Like, come on, you set us winter soldiers back with that one. All the black women are gonna be trying to have a field day with, oh, this is how y'all do that who married the white women act. And I'm like, no, that's not how all of us act. Some of us are normal people that's like, yo, my wife is white. That's just what it is. It is what it is. It's not like, oh, white women are better, blah, blah, blah. Let's do white Santa versus black Santa. Yes, I might make some jokes about race from time to time, especially with her, because that's funny and all. I was raised on some Dave Chappelle, but come on, why I had to do that cringy interracial couple stuff?
So Christmas is around the corner, and since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses. We got a black Santa,
and I have the white ones.
And let's see which one he chooses. Same time, don't cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Which one?
Pick the white one.
Oh, that's my. Oh, yeah.
I can understand we're all trying to create content to make some money, get a little famous, but come on, dog. Not every black girl out there is gonna have something to flame us about because of the cringy stuff you did. Like, oh my goodness, I can see the videos now. See, this is what. Oh my goodness, them black girls are gonna be joking us, and it's gonna be funny too because that was just cringy as crap. White Santa versus black Santa, which one you gonna pick? And I'm like, oh my goodness. They're gonna start saying stuff like, oh, she only wanted you to have mixed babies and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. Not one of these colorism talking point stuff again. Oh my goodness. They're gonna flame us for this one. And I'm gonna be catching smoke too when I ain't had nothing to do with that. I'm like, yeah, my wife is white, but like, I'm not doing no cringy TikToks with her like that now. Come on. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Oh my goodness. Black girls, I'm like, yo, black girls, come on. If you're gonna do it, come on. Don't make about all the dudes. Just focus on the light-skinned ones. Let me stop. But for real now, I understand y'all trying to be TikTok famous, but keep it to these little videos y'all doing like this one. What the fuck? This is the issue with y'all red pill creators. Y'all all do the same thing. Y'all say, oh, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And y'all are the ones that are doing it. Like, y'all are such hypocrites. And then when you get caught being a hypocrite, all of a sudden, I'm the exception. No, you're not the exception. Just like you say, oh, that's the best you could do to some dudes and some girls. That's the best you could do. Like, come on. Remember when Album Preach, that gonna expose Fresher Fit? Or when Album Preach exposed that on Donovan Sharp? Like, come on, how many L's are the red pill gonna take before y'all was like, you know what? Maybe we should not be following this movement. Maybe we should go somewhere else. Or remember that girl who was that girl? I think her name was like Brittany something. Oh, she just flamed just Pearly thing. She album preach and that Brittany girl, they ended the Red Pill basically. And I'm like, damn. Red Pill was producing some very funny content. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of stuff was very funny and entertaining. But to be honest, it all went downhill after Kevin Samuels passed away. R.I.P. to the Godfather. But like, he was the only one that I'm like, oh, I kind of like that. That was some good shit right there. I didn't know, like, all the other dudes are just saying stuff that they heard before, stuff that's already known, but not to, some guy might not know it, but it's just stuff that's already known. And like, if you don't know it, like, what are you doing? Come on, dog. That's how I feel about a lot of the Red Pill stuff now and currently. The only one that actually was only one that actually produced anything good in it was Kevin Samuels, and he's not here no more. But like, they just need to change the whole manosphere Red Pill stuff to something else, because y'all have taken too many L's. Y'all have had too many people that's in there just being grifters, saying stuff that people want to hear and not actually living the lifestyle that they preach about. Oh yeah, remember, like, share, subscribe if you like the content. I was gonna do a Death of the Red Pill video. I did it, put it out yesterday, but I didn't like it, so I took it down. I'm gonna redo it over the weekend when I have time to actually put focus to it. But if y'all have any clips and stuff like that y'all want in the video of Death of the Red Pill, let me know. I'll add it in there, because the Red Pill's dead, bro. At this point, the Red Pill's dead, and people that's going start a Red Pill podcast, Red Pill channels, is like they're just trying to grip on the last little bitty straws and stuff like that that's left, and there's nothing. Like, come on, y'all gotta change the whole stuff. If y'all gonna give these dudes free game, y'all gonna give these dudes game, y'all could do that, but just don't do it under Red Pill, because at this point I'm like, if you in a hole, just stop digging. That's how I gotta say about the Red Pill. If y'all in a hole right now, stop digging. Fill that hole up, because it's dead. Come on now. But remember, like, share, subscribe, like the content, and hey, y'all, I'm out.
And we're out of here like a screaming herd of turtles.